In a quiet corner of the city, where the streets hummed with routine and no one ever seemed to look up from their lives, lived a young man named Daniel. He was 27, worked at a hardware store, and kept mostly to himself. His world was small: work, home, a few books, and the occasional dream of something more. But life hadn't given him many breaks. After losing both his parents at a young age, he grew up in foster homes, learning early that the world didn't always offer kindness. Daniel had grown careful, not cold, but cautious. He believed people looked out for themselves. It wasn't bitterness, just a quiet truth he carried like a backpack, always there, weighing him down. One rainy evening in November, Daniel was walking home from a night shift. The streets were nearly empty, and his shoes squelched with every step through shallow puddles. As he passed an old gas station that had been closed for years, he noticed a figure sitting beneath the overhang. It was an older man, maybe in his 60s, soaked from the knees down, with a torn coat and a small grocery bag beside him. Daniel hesitated. He could keep walking. No one would blame him, but something made him stop. "You all right, sir?" Daniel asked. The man looked up, startled, then offered a weak smile. "Just resting. Been walking a while." Daniel glanced at the bag. A loaf of bread, an apple, a pack of instant coffee. "You hungry?" he asked. "Always." The man chuckled. "But it's okay. Been worse." Daniel sighed, pulled out his wallet, and handed the man a $10 bill. "Get something warm to eat. There's a diner 2 blocks down that's open late. Tell them Danny sent you." The man looked at the bill, then at Daniel, like he'd just seen something rare. "People don't usually stop," he said. "Thank you." Daniel nodded and walked off. He didn't expect to see the man again. 2 months later, Daniel's life turned upside down. The hardware store shut down with barely a week's notice. Rent was due. His savings were thin. Interviews came and went with no luck. He sold his old laptop, started skipping meals. Each day felt heavier. One bitter January morning, Daniel sat on a bench near the library, resume in hand, debating whether to walk into another office only to be turned away again. Just then, a black car pulled up in front of him. A sharply dressed man stepped out. "Daniel Brooks?" he asked. Daniel stood slowly. "Yes." "Mr. Langford would like to speak with you." "Who?" "Please come with me." Daniel hesitated, but something about the man's calm demeanor made him follow. The car drove out of the city into a quieter, more elegant neighborhood. Eventually, they stopped in front of a large stone house with ivy climbing the walls. Inside, seated beside a fireplace, was the man from the gas station. Clean now, dressed in a wool sweater, looking much healthier. "Daniel," he said, standing up with a warm smile. "I hoped I'd find you." Daniel blinked. "I don't understand." "You helped me when no one else did. You gave me the only money you had that night, without knowing who I was." Daniel shrugged. "It was just $10. "It was more than that," the man said. "It was dignity. You saw me, treated me like a human." He gestured for Daniel to sit. "My name is Thomas Langford. I used to be a real estate developer. Sold most of it years ago. That night, I was walking the city to clear my head. No one recognized me, not even you, and that's what made your kindness so real." Daniel was speechless. "I want to offer you a job," Thomas continued. "I run a small community housing project now. We build low-cost homes and give second chances. I need someone with your heart, someone who knows what struggle feels like." Daniel felt the air shift around him. This wasn't luck. It was something else. Over the next few months, Daniel's life transformed. He became part of a team that helped others rebuild their lives. He oversaw renovations, spoke at shelters, and shared his story. For the first time, he felt like he mattered. Years passed. Daniel eventually became the director of the program. He never forgot that night in the rain. He often told his team, "You never know who you're helping. One act of kindness can echo farther than you imagine." And the cycle continued. Daniel's story became a beacon, not a charity, but of connection. A reminder that even in the coldest rain, someone might see you. And just one gesture, one choice to care, could rewrite your destiny. Moral of the story: never underestimate the power of a small, selfless act when you help others with a genuine heart. Life often finds a way to bring that goodness back to you. Sometimes, the hand you lift ends up lifting you higher than you ever dreamed.